Sqwirl, what was the post-game locker room atmosphere like?
Oh, it was very hype, you know. The first team to not even the first team, the second team to come through and, win and Norman, all the guys were excited, all the guys were happy. We went out there and we executed. It wasn't our best game, but we found a way to win, and that's what everyone's excited about.
Sqwirl, what went through your head that last run where you could have walked in, but you decided to go down, save the time? What was going through your head there?
Just being a team player and understanding the situation. We practice these things in practice, and understanding the situation of the game, and understanding not to score in that last minute and give OU the ball back was the smartest play in my mind.
Sqwirl, what was the mindset when you got the ball back? 4 minutes to go, they cut it to 3. What was the mindset going out there on the field?
We practiced 4-minute offense a lot. That was the mindset going into the field, going out there on the field. Like I said before, understanding the situation, understanding we didn't want to give them the ball back, and understanding we had to keep the ball or close out the game.
When you guys do drive it down like you did on that one drive, where you scored your last points, kind of run, just how satisfying is that?
It's very satisfying. The big guys up front, they're able to move people, you're able to get free running lanes and, get up to the secondary and make moves on those guys. It's a great feeling knowing you have a great O-line. I'm really grateful for those guys.
Sqwirl, you kind of took every punch that Oklahoma had and responded on offense. What do you think the offense proved today?
No, I think we really proved, when we don't play our best, we can still, execute and find a way. Like I said, it wasn't the cleanest game, but we found a way to win. I think moving forward, we understand if we're better and we're cleaner and execute a lot better, then we'll win a lot more games.
Sqwirl, you guys went for it, 4th and 1, your own side of the field, close game. Do you get nervous in that situation?
No, that's the mindset right there. 4th and 1, you got to get the first down, hand the ball off, and let's go get it.
So you like going for it in this situation?
Yes, sir.
Sqwirl, you've been through so much in your career, knee injuries. You're out with a head injury last week. What does it mean to you to win on the road like this, such a big game?
I faced a lot of adversity with my career, and injuries come with the game, and I understand that, and I'm willing to take the risk to keep going out there and giving my all and doing what I can to help this team.
What does it mean to be bowl eligible?
Oh, that's a great feeling. We just got our 6th run bowl eligible now. But that's not what we're stopping at. We're still in the run for the Big 12 championship, and that's what we're looking forward to. Taking it one game at a time.
Thanks, Sqwirl.
Dillon's second road win in 2 weeks. What's the confidence level of this team to do that? That's very hard to do.
Yeah, we definitely felt like today was a culture win from the standpoint of, we had to pound the rock to get the victory. Things weren't always pretty, especially defensively. They hit some big plays. They have a talented team. And so to be able to come back from that and then play good ball when it mattered was really critical. And just really proud of how the guys stuck together and the sideline energy and the edge that we played with. And then I think we saw the execution that kind of ended up falling when it needed to. And so, good teams win tough games in November, and I feel like we're off to a good start in the first week of November here. So.
You guys got some big interceptions again for the second straight week. Just how much fun was that?
It's always fun to get turnovers for sure. There's a lot more that we can be doing, certainly, but that obviously is a big focus. It's one of the commandments of winning football games is win the turnover battle, and I think we did that. I'm not sure how many our offense gave up, but yeah, definitely proud of the guys and the way that we've attacked the ball. Coach Caleb Collins has really emphasized that with the whole Jackers and Robbers thing. We've talked about that ad nauseum, but it's really proud of the guys, especially just the growth that we've shown. Because early on in the season, I think we had 2 turnovers in probably 2 games or something, and so to have I think 8 the past 2 games is really, really awesome for us.
Dillon, as one of the leaders and the captains on this team, what did you notice from your locker room after the West Virginia loss to where we are now 3 weeks later?
It feels better. We're a little bit happier, a little more smiling. But it's I think the West Virginia loss did a lot for us from the standpoint of it makes you a little bit more mature. It teaches you the lessons, and I think we had 2 losses there, and life will continue to teach you lessons until you choose to learn them. And I think we've chosen to learn those lessons. And so you've seen that the past 3 weeks with 3 good wins. And I think it's been the best 3 weeks. I don't know, I lose track of stuff. But at least the past 2 weeks have been good. So proud of the guys for how we've continued to grow. And as I said, the biggest games are coming up. We have Kansas State next week. That's going to be a huge game for us. Obviously, we're going to enjoy this win to the best of our ability, and take 24 hours and really enjoy getting the win in Norman. Because I think we talked about how I think Baylor's only won one time before this in Norman. You guys have probably reported on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, really happy with the result here. It's hard to win games here. Hats off to their team for making them hard to win games. And so it's good to walk out of here with a W.
Dylan, what did y'all do on rush defense? I mean, how were they doing what they did? Particularly on the line.
I'm not really sure what I'll see on tape, just because everything is so chaotic when we're out there. But I can speak to how good the back was. Zero, Eric Gray is a great back. Very impressive, change of direction, pad level, all of that stuff. And so, thankfully I don't have to play him again, but he's a problem in the backfield. He's a great player. And it's cool to play guys like that and get to have that healthy competition. But as far as our defense goes, I do think we need to do a better job setting edges so that we can pursue the ball from inside out. And that helps with the pass game and everything. It's all complementary. It all plays together. So those will be the big things. So just focusing on the basics and playing defense.
Guys, it's good to see. I think to get a win when you don't play your best, to get a win and you're almost fighting against yourself. And I think there's multiple times in that game, just on the sidelines, I remember West Virginia. It felt a lot like that. It felt a lot like that game. To pull it out somehow and to grit it out, all of it is credit to the players for sure. Thankful for their effort, appreciative of their grit. And so with that, you get a win not at your best. And there's a lot to improve on. I think it shows good for your team. And so we're looking forward to being home. I think the 2 weeks in the road is a whole thing. And so to be home, be in front of a big crowd, and play a really good team. So much respect for it. Taking the question,
Dave, how cool was it to see a game like that from Sqwirl after all he's been through?
Really cool. Yeah, I think Sqwirl ran hard. The dude's 160 pounds, it's pulling guys with him, right? And old linemen see that, and maybe they're tired and they want to, maybe go back to where the ball's going to be placed eventually. They see him, running into dudes that are twice his size, and so that now inspires them to push and pile. And so all of that's just way cool. And so I think, prior to that last one, we were talking about, hey, this is no mas, and so we just get the first down, and that can close it out. And been in that before where everyone says that, timeout, and then it's not executed. And so for him to have the awareness of all of it, to do it, speaks so highly of him. So thank you for it.
And what happened to Reese? What was his, Richard?
Yeah, we're kind of battling a flu bug that's gone throughout the team. So he's battling that right now.
Dave, on your last touchdown drive, it was like run. You just kind of ran it right down OU's throat. Just how satisfying of a drive was that? O-linemen love it, don't they?
Yeah. So asking about just that last drive, that touchdown drive. So going into the game, not knowing, so previous OU defense early in the year, odd fronts, 4-down fronts, edge pressure, inside pressure, twists, everything. And the last 2 games, kind of 4-down fronts, some corner pressure, some linebacker plugs, interior stuff. And really, that's kind of it. And so not knowing what we're going to do. And then getting into the game. And they brought corner pressure, they brought some Mike plugs, and they brought Jack and the Will from the boundary, 5-man hit. And so having to make the adjustments for that, and the identification of all of it. And so that's one thing. But then the other thing was, I think just the O-line knowing that, hey, we need this, right? We've got to do this in this game. And that's what impressed us.
Dave,
so you can build off of that for sure.
is it just your MO? Was there any hesitation on that 4th and short, on that touchdown drive?
Dave, early in the season looked like a really good team that couldn't close out games. What clicked in the last 3 for you guys to finish out these wins?
That's a good question. And so, yeah, I think you just kind of keep coaching, And guys, but then the relationships guys are good enough to when you want something and you're not doing it and it's all wrong, and then there's a scoreboard and the losses pile up, and criticism comes, and kind of stay together so that you can still coach and get what you were trying to get the whole time in the first place. I think losing just complicates things so much, And so I thought everyone really did a good job with that and staying aligned and not losing themselves in the midst of losing. And so that's allowed us to kind of get back to really who we are, And so I think there's a bunch of learning and growing for coaches, but then there's also a bunch of immaturity that's got to be shed from players. And I don't know if there's anything wrong with that. I think that's the truth. And so for all that to go through, a season is tough. People are trying to go through that in an off season, but we're still kind of going through that now. To be honest.
Coach, you guys kept answering the bell every time Oklahoma kind of threw a punch at you guys. What do you think that says about your team heading forward into these next tough games?
The growth in just it's a 4-quarter fight. There was games early on where there were times I'd be out yelling and doing stuff. I feel like I'm okay. I could see all the brightness kind of closed to like a dark little circle, and I'm still upright. I'm still here. But I just in those moments, I could look at the team, and it's like I could almost feel like, so the game's this long. The game's not over. We're somewhere in the third quarter, and that's true. And so I think you have to learn that. You have to learn what it takes. And I think a lot of that learning was we were doing some of that and we're not necessarily winning. And so there's still that learning going on, but to be able to get the wins is a really good sign. It shows that we're getting better and better.
Dave, you talked a lot earlier in the season about you getting Oklahoma State game. You told us after, you guys as a coaching staff are kind of questioning how ready your guys were going into those games. Have you felt that at all in the last 3 weeks?
Well, see, so that would be coaches. That's the coach's fault. So that's my fault. So that's my. I think one of the things that I learned is probably speaking more directly to the team. I think sometimes I speak in metaphors and just all circle around. I think we got young guys who's got straight, So there's been that, and then I think just being more attuned to the in-between times with that team and how focused they are and how intentional they are with that time. So it's not necessarily in a meeting, but the time prior to it, the time between the period and practice. What does that look like? And it's a really good indicator of kind of what can become, And so all of those things that you need of them as you're learning the team, But I think for them it's to kind of take ownership that everything they do matters, that there's a standard. And it's not just when the time starts, it's the whole thing. And I think sometimes you can just hear the words and not even know how important that is. And so I think coaches have the responsibility for that. I think keep the relationship where it's tight on both sides, where it's not like this, but it's a teaching thing, so that they can grow and be able to fight in these games like we did today. I think it's pretty cool.
You forced several turnovers again this week.
same as last week. What do you think has been the difference to be able to have that kind of success creating those turnovers?
Yeah, turnovers. We got them a lot last year, and then this year I remember there'd be stretches of practice, 3-4 practices we would not get a turnover. And we would be doing drills on high pointing the ball, and it would just kind of look ugly, and it would all be so bad. It would be so almost like almost sad, But then to stay with it, and this is the same thing, to stay with it. The coaches not criticizing and teaching, and the players think, hey, this can actually happen. We can actually get turnovers. And to do the drills and to kind of stay with it, especially when the criticism of all of it is the highest. It's one thing to hear it, it's another thing to actually do it. Proud of all of it, the coaches and the players at that point. And I think it was Wednesday in practice, I only had six turnovers. So you get them in practice, you don't get them in games. It's at that point right now we're getting them in bunches, so it's a good thing. Thank you guys.